Hello and welcome back to another haphazard recording. I'm your host Lance Renard, and for the next few minutes we're going to be going through some maps and the relations and comparisons of these maps to Google Earth. Now we could get into the small detailed areas, like for instance this is the state of Missouri and all of the meticulous details in the state. Now that ain't gonna happen. Here's another one that's just too close. What I'm more interested to begin with to start this type of survey is to look at the overall, ignoring the confusing ball thing. Why don't I just slap it out? But whatever. Looking at the overall situation, this is a very simplified map demonstration, in my opinion. But if you look at the top, say, okay, Canada and Russia over here with the landmass in the center, you pop over to Google Earth and you'll see, of course, that that landmass is either hidden or covered up or, you know, just sank into the ocean. And that's where Atlantis was, right there. So if I orient this to the map we were just looking at, I'm sorry, ball we're looking at, it's oriented in this sort of a fashion with North America up in the upper left and Russian territories over on the right, and then back to the map, left, right, and in the center there is a landmass here and there isn't a landmass here. So right, just as a point, I've always considered it curious as well that, you know, you think you're looking down under the water here. Is that what I'm doing? Because, you know, then we could just discover everything and all the treasures by just looking at Google Earth and zooming in and seeing the big cracks and stuff that are down under the water. Not sure how the view through the water works from this type of distance, but that's just a curiosity of mine. You don't need to be curious about that. I have odd little things like, for instance, the storylines that are going on in these old maps. Like up in the corner, you see the angel riding and blowing the horn, and this guy over here eloping or abducting somebody with, he must work out, nice buns, and this person chasing, mommy, come back, or maybe she's jealous, who knows. Strange. And what is he standing on? Pipe? I don't know. And down in this corner we've got Neptune, or a similar facsimile thereof, proposing, you could be queen of the fishes, I love fish. And this guy's blowing water out of a horn. I guess he's spewing water from that. And this woman is making out with a goose. I don't know what kind of creature that is. And this guy's feeding one of them over here. I don't know. But I do like to look at the minor curiosities. Sometimes you get some clues, like these guys with their vegetables and squashes and pumpkins. And she's got a massive carrot, or cornucopia horn, I guess. Looks like a big carrot, though. And this person back here throwing stuff over their shoulder for good luck. And this guy going, hey, can I have some of your carrot? I don't know. But that is part of the issue, is that not knowing. If we knew everything, it would get really dull. Let's take a look at some of this. And yeah, we've got the islands that are right here, and that's the Baltic. Let's take a quick look at that. And then reorient the map. It's not actually responding. Thank you. And there we go. Baltic, yeah, so right, yes, ding, 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 ding. Never been in this neck of the woods, so I apologize to anyone for being ignorant of the area that actually lives there and goes, man, this guy didn't know anything. But I'm looking at the islands right here. There's a large one. There's one over by this landmass, I suppose Copenhagen, and then there are two more below. Now, if I go to Google Earth, I see This one, the one next to the landmass, which I said was by Copenhagen, but Copenhagen is down here, goofball. And that's 1, 2, 3, and I'm missing a 4th landmass. Maybe it's that speck right there, but I doubt it. I kind of doubt that. I noticed another minor detail here with this. Zoom in a little bit, and that is the the way the formation of the land is in the center. Maybe there are other maps that are more specific. This is a very colorful map. Also, it's got the fashion conscious cartographer. These were the fashions of the day. This is the Greco-Roman fashion. This is the Italian fashion. This is the English fashion. And so I guess there were fashion-conscious cartographers. That's nice. And I don't know what these say, Notre Dame or Nottingham or Give a Damn, something like that. France, Venetia, Roma. That's quite an aroma. And then Paris, London, and Toledo, Ohio. Toledo. Holy Toledo! And we got Lebanon. I'm not sure, but again, great fashion. I really got to hand it to this guy. He probably got a commission on sales for these hats and trousers, etc., corsets and such. And very strange headgear on the woman over here. Maybe it's kind of a burqa sort of thing. I don't know, but it's I like the turban look. I have never tried it. But who am I to judge? I'm just here to observe and comment without criticizing or judging. So let's see a couple of other maps. This is a curious and interesting map because of Grönland, Greenland apparently, and Island, Iceland, and Frisland. Wait a minute. Hold on now. Let me back off here a little bit. I'm not that astute. There's no way. Yeah, okay, so here we go. Greenland is up here. Iceland is right there. And then there was a Frisland right down here. Let me check again. I probably just lost my mind once again. But no, apparently I am not hallucinating as much. You know, leave in the comments whether or not I'm hallucinating, because I really got to quit doing trips in the morning. But this is like Iceland up above, and Friesland below, and then a series of islands in that neck of the woods as well. Okay, let's take a look from England. Let's draw a line from England to Iceland. All right, I'm sorry. Yeah, Iceland. So England to Iceland, draw a line. There's some islands there. Go back over here, and England to Iceland, draw a line. There's some islands there. Yeah, that makes sense. The Faroe Islands. Tórshavn. However, from the left of Tórshavn, you have this Pelaglia, and then Frisland. And those are gone, folks. They're gone. They're not there. Or they, you know, digitally imaged them out, blurred them, something. That's strange looking blobs too. It looks like somebody just blobbed some paint onto a textured, looks like dried paint to me. I think they just took images of dried paint, stuck it down there and said, okay, that looks like ocean to us. That'll fool them. And I do think it's interesting too that people will, I've seen several people zoom down and go, look at these structures and look at these tracks, and yeah, but see, that's a digital image. In, you know, my world, I've done a lot of digital imagery in the past, and to do investigations on the ocean floor seems a bit strange, especially when absolute land masses are totally missing in relation to old maps. And I'm not one to discount the map maker, and I am one to question the authority. I'm definitely one to do that. Now here's what I was thinking about that curiosity. Here, see how that at Copenhagen area, you see how all of this water surrounds these islands, And if you go to the Copenhagen area, man, you're jumping around a lot. Yeah, well, sorry about that. Which is right here. It's very accessible and easy to find. So just take a sec. Just a second. And see, there you go. Yeah, water does surround them, but not. Just kind of seems like quite a bit of difference, in my opinion, on the land mass area. But of course, it's not an exact depiction of, like Google Earth. And once again, the curiosities of the blurred out water area. I mean, like I was just doing over here in the deep ocean, I mean, I can look for pyramids. But if I look over here between this landmass and that landmass, I mean, I can't even see any fish in there. No, well, you get the idea. It's blurred out. In my humble opinion, as a digital engineer and photographer for 20 years, I tend to use my eyes a lot and make calculations through that. So I am going to continue on with this land map survey in far more depth. I would prefer actually to, spending the time and looking through and finding things that I want to talk about is all fine and well, but then being so fried after the hours of work and I'm being unable to actually do it. I mean, it looks good on paper, but right, it isn't always that easy to put these together in a minute, and that's pretty much all I have right now. My lifestyle does not accommodate a whole lot more than just a few minutes. But I'm happy to go through these things and look at these details and wonder and possibly get you to think about stuff. Okay, now I'm checking these islands above and to the west of Scotland. And then I'm looking at the above and to the west of Scotland. And the locations in relation to Google Earth. And I'm just thinking, over the years, things have changed. Of course they have. And we're just looking at the changes. And one of the curiosities is the ages of trees all around the world being right around 200 years old. There are a lot that are found. There are a lot, but there should be a lot more that are older. And so this whole reset idea, I'm absolutely buying it personally. And looking at how things were at one time, how they were shaken up and altered, and how they are now. Okay, this is pretty obvious. North America over here with California as this long island, and there are islands in between California and the actual main continent, and it seems to be quite a stretch of an island. So when you go look at this area on Google Earth, on the big ball, the ball, and get the orientation semi-proper, bring it on down. Right, that relation of the long island. Now if you look at the discoloration, sorry about the jump there, the discoloration here and where that, and that's, once again, I'm bringing that up, you're able to see all the way to the ocean floor. Apparently you can see contours. It just seems a little mind-boggling to me. And why isn't it that way up close to shore? Why are things blurred out? And what was it? We were considering I was the landmass alterations from something like, what's shown on a map in the olden days. We'll take time to look for a date of this map. It's just listed as ancient map. I don't see any particular date. I'm going to zoom in and check a little closer. Navigations. Yeah. Pole 9 Monday Arcticus. Antarcticus. Very strange. Very strange indeed. but no date. All right, there's another California as an island map. And I'm sure I can, because I downloaded several ancient maps. And what I was going to finish what I was about to say about the California and how it melded together, I think I did make the point, but I'll go ahead and say how it melded together. And how this large area down below looks like it was flooded once up above the water level, and now it's below the water level. So there you go. And of course the contention is that the vibrations and shakes moved the land over, basically mudded together, and land masses pushed in on each other right in this neck of the woods right here. And all of this on the left that's underwater now didn't used to be. So that does make you curious too about, couldn't you just hop into a scuba gear and cruise on down? I think it's a little strange and odd and interesting that all over the world you cannot dig. I mean, grab a shovel and head to Egypt and start digging and see what happens. Or even go out into your backyard and try and dig down over 20 or 30 feet. You have people show up with guns. Quit digging! It's not legal. What do you think all the forests, all of these national forests that we have? There's another California as an island. That's huge. It was big. It was like, I mean, a third of the United States land mass in this one. But once again, I'm not here to make absolute calculations. Just here to get you a wonder, to think, to consider some of the things that are curious to me. And I want to bring them up as curiosities to other people. It's kind of like me finding Captain Kirk's work and going, you know what? I should do that. Because of what he did, it chain reacted into something that I will do more of. And this is just a start. So we will be surveying a lot of other maps in a fun and interesting ways, and looking at some of the curiosities and dealing with the maps and people that like to ride rhinoceroses. And that's called an incense sensor. That thing in his hand, it burns incense. Sensor. Okay. I was into being, well, I'm a recovering Catholic, and I was trained to start out as an altar boy and then work your way into being a seminarian to become a priest. And so you learn things about sensors and ritual when you get into that sort of a lifestyle. I'm well out of it now, thank the Lord, but there are some things that we need to bring up. Well, it's fun to bring up. What the heck? It's fun, it's enjoyable, it's curious. So let's keep this up. Let's inspire each other to keep digging and looking and thinking about things. And why the hell would you want one of those as a pet? I mean, come on. That's me though. A lot of people, I know friends that have big old boa constrictors and stuff, so that, I'm not here to judge, just an observation. All right, a giant riding an elephant, that's always nice. Along with a huge, what is that, 1 million elephants in the back? Revenge of the Elephant. Okay, well, I want to go through more. I am slightly reserved at this moment, but I really appreciate you taking the time, effort, and energy to follow through and watch a couple of these things. I'm looking for them. I just saw a date. 1594. Thank the Lord, I found a date. Thank you very much, Jesus. And the I or the J in front of the 598 is more likely. I'm not real big on believing the authority gang, so I am a bit anti-authoritarian. And I will explain why, aside from the 30 million and all sorts of things they've taken from me. I just think that helping each other, be curious, be interested, and be more intelligent, if that's possible. So let's give that a shot. All right, gang. I really appreciate you watching, and I want to go through these interesting details with the instruments over here, and why this lion is checking that thing out over there. But we will have to do that shortly. So come back again. Please like, comment, and subscribe. and I will try and hone my craft for you, for both of us, for the world. Thanks.